Well, hello everyone. Welcome. This is High Octane. I'm your host, Bob, and I
Hi.
have George with me today. He is remote, sitting in his living room instead of my dining room,
Yes.
but that is okay. George, what's been happening, brother?
Working. Um, Bought a new car.
You bought a new car. You didn't tell me this. What the fuck?
Yeah, well,
You're supposed
uh,
to keep me in the loop on all things car.
we got it Saturday. We traded the Honda in for another Honda, just 2 years newer, 105,000 miles less. Bigger engine.
Oh, you got the V6 this time.
No, 2.0.
Oh, the 2 liter. Okay. Well, that's still better.
Yeah.
And 105,000 miles less. I'd say that's an upgrade.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. I love it.
I mean, it looks the exact same.
He said his poor people knew.
What color is it?
It's dark gray.
Dark gray. Nice. Thank you, Chris. Congrats on year 3. Yes, we are starting year number 3. I was going to wait on that, but Chris kind of ruined that one, but it's okay. No worries. What happened at work today? You said there was a huge, double huge fuck up.
Yeah, we had a shipment come in of car parts, and 14 windshields came in shattered. An exhaust system came in bent, and some of their other crates of engine parts was damaged and shattered and destroyed. So
Fabulous. That airline's going to get sued.
it was done by truck freight, so it could have shifted in transit and a lot of different things to play a factor because they don't strap it down inside a truck to stabilize it. They just throw it in there, and if it shifts, it shifts. So
Someone's getting sued.
somebody is. It's not me.
Yeah, someone's getting sued. No, it's not you, obviously. All right, well, that kind of sucks, but that is what it is. Glass is fragile as shit. Trust me.
It is.
I've shattered one by hand, by accident. By accident, obviously.
Yeah.
At work, actually. Brand new, not even a fucking registered vehicle. Shattered the windshield. Yeah, I know,
Golf
right?
clap for you. Golf clap.
Right. Well, what happened was, okay, for some reason they couldn't install the windshield in its normal location. So anytime that they needed to install a windshield further up the line, they would call me because I'm tall and I can reach the thing. So me and Paul go 2 lines over to install this fucking thing by hand, right? Well, we got the suction cup thing and we're carrying it over, and we get it seated, and we usually, we use the suction cup thing to kind of mash it down to make sure it's fully seated. Well, my dumb ass decided to use my hand. Yeah. It was the top right corner, and it just spider webbed.
Yeah.
So we had to pull it right back out. I was like, son of a bitch. Oh, well, doesn't matter. Hello, Ace. Welcome. Thank you for joining.
Hi, Ace.
Don't know how long you'll stick around, but hello. All right, so this week, I've got like a lot of shit that I have found. A couple things are from last week. I have an update from last week as well. Just a bunch of new stuff. Obviously, we're going to celebrate actually, you know what? I'm going to save that. But yeah, hello, guys. Who are you? I don't know who you are. Facebook user. Present your name. I know who we're speaking with, and
I think it's one of your family members
who's watching. It's probably my Aunt Amy.
Yeah, she's always a Facebook user.
Yeah, she's one of those, but it's fine. No worries. Okay, so before we get into the car news, I have to tell you guys what I am drinking because George isn't drinking shit.
Get over it.
Unless you're at home, you are at home. Unless you are drinking something.
I'm not drinking anything. Actually, I was drinking ginger ale, but that's over.
Bastard. All right, whatever. All right, so what are we drinking? All right, so I don't think I've had this on the podcast before, But if I have whatever, I don't care. It's called the Whistler. It's an Irish whiskey. It's
You
double
have.
oak. Have I?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Oh well, it's fine. Oh, I have it again. Double oaked. It's from Meath, Ireland. 80 proof. It's just a basic fucking Irish, but it's still good. $30. Better than Jameson. So shove it up your ass. I took an edible too, by the way. So.
No, you're dead.
Yeah, about going on 40 minutes ago. So it's gonna kick in very shortly.
If it hasn't already.
Not yet.
Okay.
You'll know. Anyway, cheers, everyone, and don't drink and drive.
Cheers.
All right, that's out of the way. All right, the first thing is an update from last week. Me and George talked about this car from Afghanistan last week. Cool ass fucking looking car.
Oh, yeah.
Car looks cool. Here, I'll pull it up so everyone else, if you weren't here last week, could see what I'm talking about.
I forgot what it looks like.
Share, add, whatever. All right, here it is.
Oh, yeah.
That's the car right there.
Oh, pretty.
It's a cool car. It's very, very well designed. It's really, really cool. Haven't seen the interior yet. There hasn't been any more pictures added that I've found. But earlier this week, I was flipping through, and do you know what engine this thing is that they're putting in this thing right now? The initial engine.
I'm sure some form of a hybrid.
Just take a wild ass guess where they're sourcing this engine from.
2.7.
I guarantee you won't guess.
Probably a 2.7 liter, 4 liter.
No.
4-cylinder. Sorry, cylinder. No. What is it?
It's out of a fucking Toyota Corolla. And it didn't say if it was the GR Corolla. It just said Toyota Corolla.
So
Some Corollas have 2.4.
So it has a weak ass 4-cylinder in it. Or
My
potentially
4-cylinder is not weak by any means.
the Toyota Corolla.
You
The
said
regular
4
basic
cylinders
bitch Toyota Corolla, yes it is. It's a basic ass piece of shit engine. Here, I'll look it up real quick. Toyota Corolla engine. All right, it uses, let's see, the base engine. What's the base engine, motherfucker?
1.8.
All right, so it's a piece of shit, total piece of shit. 1.8s don't make shit for power unless it's got a turbocharger attached to it. Then it still doesn't really make a whole lot of power.
Corolla overseas, outside of the U.S. market, Canada uses a lot of 2.4 liter Camry engines in their Corolla baseline. So
That's still 2.4 still isn't shit. For a car like this,
Well,
that's not a proper engine.
I'm
at
sure
all.
it's
even
turbo.
if it's the Corolla GR turbo 3-cylinder with 300 horsepower, still not a proper engine for this car. Now, the article I read said that they want to make this an electric car.
Okay.
They want to make it an electric, a full electric powertrain, all that bullshit. But the initial powertrain, yeah, it's a fucking Toyota Corolla 4-cylinder. I just thought that was absolutely hilarious. And pretty much a waste of fucking time.
No.
They're not doing this.
Well, a lot of 4-cylinders can have a lot of horsepower.
I understand that. You know,
Just because it's a Corolla engine doesn't mean it's a piece of crap. It could be tuned totally different than what they put in a Corolla.
well, it didn't say anything about it being tuned or anything like that. It didn't give any kind of details. It just said sourced engine out of a Toyota Corolla. So you're right. They could have fiddled with it. They could have thrown a couple turbos on it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just going off what I read, and it's out of a Corolla, and Corollas are pieces of shit. So,
Not necessarily, but I agree to disagree with that statement.
in my opinion, this thing needs at least a V10.
Why? It's so heavy.
I don't give a shit how heavy it is. We're talking about a supercar here. At least a V10.
And they want
Maybe
to
a,
be light.
maybe a turbocharged V8. Ideally, a V12.
I can see a V twin turbo V8. I can see that. That's a lot lighter than a V10 or V12.
Ideally, in this car, I want to see a V12, but they want to make it fully electric. So,
I can see that. Electric is a lot heavier because of the batteries. But way
well,
more
we're gonna talk about that in a little bit too. Actually, there's some new tech running around out there that we're going to talk about that could alleviate that to an extent, but we'll get to that later.
Okay.
All right, so I know we don't talk about boats a lot.
I love boats, though.
We're going to talk about a boat real quick, just very, very fast.
Wait, I like
It's one of those hydroplane racing boats.
Okay.
This thing is insanity. I'm about to show it to you. This boat has 10,000 horsepower.
Who needs it on water?
10,000 horsepower. You see this shit?
Yeah. Yeah.
273 miles an hour on water. You're just asking to die.
Yeah.
Like you're inviting death to your door. It's incredibly insane. And it does it in 3.4 seconds, 273 miles an hour.
Jesus.
Do you know the G forces this thing's creating?
10, 11?
Like, I don't even want to know.
Buckle up for
It-
safety, mother.
It doesn't say it. It doesn't say in the article, but holy balls, this thing.
That's
that thing
insane.
screams.
Yeah, that does scream, and I would not get in it.
Hell
like
no.
my-
I'd like to hear it and watch it, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't
From the
get in
safety
it.
of the sideline as it goes away from me.
Mm-hmm. For sure. And if you were here, I'd actually play the video, but you're not, so you won't be able to hear it. But yeah, I just thought I saw that and I thought it was crazy, so we talked about it real quick. Moving on. All right, Ford is under fire.
Like crazy.
The Maverick, in specific, is under fire. I don't exactly know why, because I didn't read the
airbags.
article. But
Airbags.
is it okay? It's the same fucking thing as
Airbags. They're being sued. They got a lawsuit against them.
same thing as everybody.
Yeah, so-
Suzuki just recalled like 18,000 vehicles for the fucking airbag.
Well, they just
bullshit.
recalled 65,000 Mavericks.
How many?
65,000.
65,000. Yeah, lawsuit. Holy shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why
Yeah.
I don't
Side. Well, this is a little bit different. These are the side curtain airbags.
Mhm.
Most of the airbag recalls are coming from
front and back.
the front. Is it all of them?
Yeah,
I just thought it was the front too.
the front passenger.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but front-
65
front- yeah.
65,000 of these assholes.
Did they sell
recalled.
65,000 of the Mavericks?
Who knows? Well, they don't have to sell them to be recalled. If it's early enough and they haven't sold them all, then yeah, I mean, they could.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, they could recall them just sitting on a dealer lot. What's the fucking lawsuit though? Like, who's suing who?
they're using the same airbag company, but as before. That's God, what is it?
No, I mean I know the airbags are shitty, and I can't remember. I can't recall the name, the brand, or the manufacturer offhand that makes these shitty airbags. But just about every manufacturer has used them.
Yeah,
So yeah, just about every vehicle that uses them has been recalled because they're shitty and they're liable to blow up in your face even if you don't get into an accident.
right.
But yeah, it doesn't say how much they're being sued for or anything like that. But yeah, 65,000 of them, side curtain airbags. So if you have a Maverick, go get that shit fixed. Which, if you have a Maverick, fuck off because they're shitty trucks. You bought a unibody truck, you suck. Anyway, moving along. Okay, you wanted to talk about Wyoming.
Yes, let's talk about Wyoming.
We are going to talk about Wyoming, and I agree with Hunter. I love the fact that they're trying to do this.
Yes. Want to phase out EVs? Yes, please.
But the reason why they're doing it, I don't agree with. And I say that because the motherfuckers are being paid off. I guarantee it. Don't quote me on it because I don't know that as fact. I know you assholes like to fact check and call people on their shit. So I don't know that for fact. But I would be willing to put a small amount of money on it that some asshole big oil lobbyist has paid them off to try to get this done. What are your thoughts there, George?
Well, they have 7 senators sponsoring this bill.
I see that now, yeah.
And I was like,
of course they do.
But they're oil lobbyists, they're oil constituents. So I can wanting them to see that, and then I can't say if they're Republican. I can't say they're Republicans or not, but
yeah, it doesn't say.
No, it doesn't say. But the Democrats was pushing for EVs 100%, which I think is stupid.
Well, I mean, I kind of get it to a point because Wyoming's right there where a lot of oil production is.
Yeah,
I get that because they're saving jobs and blah 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 blah. Wyoming makes a whole lot of money off of it.
Yes.
I get that. But this whole bill came about, and again, don't quote me, because of fucking lobbyists. I guarantee it.
I'm sure there is.
I
sure
would.
It's for lobbyists. I agree. I think that they're trying to push the EV a little too hard. I could see the United States being primarily full EV, if not full EV hybrids, all hybrids EVs for sure by 2050, not 2035. There's still a lot of oil to be used and made.
Oh no, I mean,
so I can see being 50-50 hybrid in full EV by 2050. I can see that.
I don't think it's. Is it 2035? The government wants everything to be electric?
EV by 2035.
Okay. Worldwide is 50 though, yeah.
Well, why 50 is a good range? Because that gives you steady time to better your technology, better battery, finding better sources for energy, better, more efficient batteries, more efficient usage of hybrid systems. The hybrid system's only been out roughly 15 years?
I don't remember when the Prius hit the market. Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So it needs more time to test different types of batteries, and possibly with the interference of possibly putting solar panels in the roof of cars.
Battery technology absolutely needs to get better quickly.
Yes.
And with all other technology we've seen, obviously it can progress very quickly. My biggest issue with EVs is the fact that we have to, and I've said this before, and I know this word triggers some people, but we have got to stop raping the earth.
Yes.
For materials, for resources, we have got to stop destroying this planet. Because, we're going to go EV by 2035 in this country. Okay, that'll cut down on carbon emissions somewhat, because as I've talked about before, the Hummer EV creates more carbon emissions than a fucking Chevy Cruze. So... and I know the Hummer is an extreme example. There are far less pollutant-rich vehicles coming to market. The Hummer's an extreme example, but that needs to stop. We need to stop destroying the planet for cobalt, nickel, lithium, all this other bullshit that goes into these batteries. That's one. We have got to stop doing that. Two. the infrastructure isn't there. The power grid can't even support what we have now.
When the temperature gets below normal.
You know, we this last storm, we almost put TVA like over capacity or whatever. They were talking about rolling out power outages.
They did.
Because they couldn't keep up. So what makes the government think that our current power grid can support every single brand new car on the road that's being electric? You know, we don't have the charging infrastructure now. We won't have it in 5 years. I doubt we'll have it in 10. Every single new car, every single one in 12 years needs to be electric by their thinking.
Yes.
It's not going to happen. We're going to run out of something. We're going to run out of resources. We're going to run out of material, all the other materials that go into making these batteries. It's not feasible, in my opinion. I just don't see it happening. I don't think EV's the way to go.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I don't think it's ever gonna be the way to go. You know, the technology can progress. Technology will progress. I get that. Ranges will go up. Charging times will go down. But again, you have to source the materials to make these things. And unless you find a way to make a battery with a renewable source, it's just never going to happen. Because okay, all right, let me pose this question to you. Let's just say that we're able to support every new vehicle being electric by 2035. Okay? Let me pose that question to you. All right, this question. What happens when all of those EVs, all those batteries in those cars, what happens when they completely die?
Are you talking about the lifespan, or are you talking about the dissipating of a charge?
Just the battery pack. What happens when they're incapable of being charged anymore? You have to replace that battery pack.
Down and rebuilding them.
Yeah.
Do you know how much a current battery pack for an EV costs?
Around $10K.
Around $10,000.
Well, I've seen way more than that in some.
Your average, $50,000.
Average, probably right. But I'm these high end fucking Teslas, the Hummer, all like the higher end stuff.
Yeah.
The Lucid Air that gets like 520 miles to charge. Those battery packs probably cost 10 times what you just said. What happens to those battery packs when they die? You're not able to charge them anymore.
They're probably building a facility to
down and save, but I mean
they are working on being able to recycle them, but again, we're gonna run out of those resources.
Minerals.
Those chemicals that they're mining right now are finite. They're not renewable. They're not we don't have an infinite abundance of them. They're going to run out. What happens then? I'll tell you. We have two alternatives to EV that we're going to talk about. No, not hydrogen.
Oh, really?
Nope, not hydrogen. Not at all, actually. Nowhere near it. There's two. We're going to talk about them later, though.
Okay.
But yeah, Wyoming.
I support this bill.
I like the bill, but why you're doing it's shitty.
It's not that it's shitty, because they also realize that there's none of them. We haven't read the whole bill. We're just speculating on what the actual the gist of what the bill is about is to get rid of EVs by 2025.
Well, I mean,
I get it, but I don't know what else. But I want to know what else the bill is offering. What else is in the bill to support the reasoning of why they want to get rid of EVs.
All right.
So therefore, I need
we're not gonna. This is probably a fairly long thing, so I'm not gonna read it. But I mean, if this bill succeeds, maybe some other states will follow suit. Maybe some won't.
Well,
I don't know, but federal always supersedes state. So
yeah.
just keep that shit in mind. All right, so that's all the little bullshit, like quick things I wanted to talk about. Everything else is new cars and a list that we're going to talk about. The first thing we're going to talk about is one of these new technologies that I just mentioned. It's don't really pay attention to the car. It's the technology I want you to focus on. And when you see the car, you'll know what I mean. It's about to come up right now. Okay, so this is a car from the UK. So it's a small little car. It's called the Nano Flow Cell Quantino EV. Yes, it's an EV. That's what we're going to be talking about for a short time. Here's the car. There's a couple other pictures. You could see it with the little T-top.
I like the T-top.
Wannabe thing. Yeah, that looks fine. And then here's the interior.
I like the interior.
It's interesting.
Driver oriented.
Very video game-ish. Very, very driver oriented. Yes. You got screens everywhere. It looks very tight. I probably wouldn't be able to drive it.
I get a good sense of a cockpit.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I'm just saying, it's like it looks very cramped.
So is the Corvette.
Really narrow. Yeah, but the Corvette's much bigger than this. Believe me.
Well, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying cockpit style Corvette.
Oh, yes, I see what you mean. Yes. Okay, so the thing that I want to talk about with this car is you see the title, right? Runs without batteries.
Yeah.
That's what I want to talk about. And this is actually a very, 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 very good option to go the opposite direction from battery EVs. And I could see you're confused.
I'm not confused. I'm trying to read the article.
Oh, you have it pulled up, you bastard?
No, I'm reading it on the screen, actually, ass.
Well, you can't read the article yet. I've made it that way.
I'll just pull it up and phone down.
It's just I from everything that I read, I've already read this article, not word for word, but I read the key points and everything that I've seen. This is a very, very, very good option to get away from battery technology, because what this thing runs off of is one of the most plentiful things on this planet, and is renewable. So let's get to it. All right, it's called bi-ion technology. And how it works is you use salt water, basically. And the salt water or what the hell, brackish water or whatever is used. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I don't remember it word for word, how they described it. It's right here, actually. Okay. It turns salt water, brackish water, or wastewater into carrier liquids for their specially nano-structured molecules. That's actually what carries the charge to the electric motor. It's water. It's fucking salt water.
Okay, so
it holds.
We have an abundance of that, but at the same time, we also have a limited amount of that.
Yes and no. Like, do you know how deep the oceans are?
Yes, I do understand how deep the oceans are.
I mean, I know we're not gonna. I know we're not gonna drain the oceans to power our cars, but
what is there a certain percentage, certain salinity?
And it says you can use wastewater too, so it's not just salt water. It's practically any kind of water except minus fresh water.
Our water treatment system turns salt water, brackish water, or wastewater into carrier liquids for our especially nanostructured molecules. The bi-ion charge carries says its website the solutions are each stored in 125-liter tanks. That's 33 gallons to us Yanks.
33 gallons, bro.
The two liquid solutions are, according to NanoFlow Cell, without toxic substances. They're also non-flammable and eco-compatible with the continual reports of EV fires. That is quite a remarkable feature. Beyond that, there are all these unmentionable issues with extracting lithium necessary for the increasingly massive lithium-ion battery needs.
Just wait until you see the costs of all this shit. All right, it'll add it'll add fire to my argument with this being an alternative to battery technology. One, let's see, the cost of manufacturing bi-ion electrolyte liquid less than 10 euro cents per liter, bro. That's cheap.
Yeah.
I'm talking about cheap. And then I don't really understand this. Industrial production costs for the car, and I, again, have no idea how this is a thing, 600 euros? How do you build a car for 600 euros?
Use existing infrastructure.
Yeah, using existing infrastructure is a good point.
I just don't understand how that's a thing. It's a legitimate car with actual materials that look fine. $650? Really?
Yeah.
The good numbers are the NanoFlow cell should last a minimum of 50,000 operating hours, which apparently translates into 1.8 million kilometers, or well over 1 million miles. Who do you know that's ever driven one single vehicle 1 million miles?
A lot of Mercedes.
A lot of Mercedes-Benz owners.
I mean, I've seen them like online, but I don't know anyone that's driven 1 million miles.
I don't know that personally.
That's what I mean. I don't know anyone personally.
We're also
well, it's obviously been done. I get that.
Yeah.
But
this is more geared to the Europe market. And they drive for higher miles than we do.
Well, I know that. It's because they have to drive from village to village through the countryside.
And around the
weird.
To grandmother's house.
But yeah, 1.8 million kilometers this car is supposed to last.
If it's taken care of correctly, yeah, I can see that.
And it's not a terribly bad-looking car.
It's not.
I'm just glad it's not Chinese. But yeah, I think this bi-ion electrolyte liquid, I think that's a legitimate alternative to battery technology. If you want to keep them EVs, keep them fucking EVs. I don't care. But what they have to do is, and I know it's salt water, but after you burn that shit or run it through whatever cycle, where does it go? What happens to the water and where does it go?
Evaporates.
Does it?
More than likely, yeah, it probably evaporates.
Does salt water evaporate?
Salt water does evaporate, but the salt molecule, there's a salt bed behind. The salt won't evaporate, but the water itself will evaporate.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, once you run it through its cycle and whatever, because it doesn't just circulate through the entire car. In that case, your range would be infinite. Oh, another thing about this fucking car, they're claiming a range of 1,242 miles.
Yeah, I saw that.
Holy balls.
That's a nice range.
That's incredible.
High performance.
And it's not even slow. It's actually pretty freaking quick. 320 horsepower. Under 3 seconds to 60.
Yeah, it's got a motor on each wheel. So
it's fast enough.
Fast.
It's a 2+2, so you could potentially, probably not feasibly, fit 4 people in it.
2 adults, 2 children.
Maybe, and then you get almost 1,200 miles. over 1,200 miles of range.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't have to pee, you could just drive
Hell, you
to
can buy a
like
pee and they can use it as fuel.
to almost anywhere. 1,242 miles.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible. The wheels that don't like.
Oh God.
The wheels are too busy, man.
The back gives me the Veloster. Veloster?
Hyundai Veloster, I see a little bit of Volvo in the back there.
I see it in the taillights, yeah.
Yeah, right there in the corners.
Yep.
I see Volvo right there. Maybe, definitely Veloster. I see what you're talking about. I was going to say Crossfire, the way it's shaped.
Yeah, I see a little bit of Crossfire.
Maybe a little Crossfire.
But,
The interior is completely unique. No
it
comparisons
looks great.
there. Can't really see the front end too terribly well. Right there, it's okay. And then you have that overhead shot. The hood actually reminds me of that new Ferrari SUV.
Yeah, it does.
Other than that, I mean, it doesn't look like anything else really. But this is designed in the UK. I don't know where they're going to build it, but it probably, well, they say it's going to be sold over here, but I don't see it doing very well.
It depends on how well they market it.
Yeah,
Look
but
at Tesla run for its money, that's for sure.
they keep, and again, that pricing is very strange. I don't know how you could build a vehicle now for $600 or $650. Sorry, especially with that interior, the motor that they're using, the range that it allows.
Well, they're not being hand built. They're being probably built by robots. That saves you down on production costs.
That could be true. We don't know that, but
Could be potentially 100%.
what was the other thing I was going to say? Son of a bitch. I don't remember. It kicked in. All right. We'll get this other one out of the way really, really quickly. It's another ugly ass SUV from China. The manufacturer is called Zeekr.
Yes.
You saw that one?
Yeah, I saw that.
All right. Well,
Interesting. Kind of gives me Cullinan front end vibes, but it also gives me Hyundai Palisade vibes in the front end.
All right. Let me get to it so I can see what you mean. Oh God. Cullinan, no. Don't even mention that in the same fucking sentence.
Look at the grill. It straight screams Cullinan. Square as hell.
It's square, and that's the only similarity that it has to it.
It gives me Cullinan vibes.
It's definitely
It gives me
Hyundai Palisade
vibes.
Definitely
Palisade.
Palisade.
Telluride vibes.
Yeah. From that picture, anyway. Anyway, for the people viewing that you don't know what the hell we're talking about, there's a Chinese SUV. Apparently, it's an EV. It is a multi-purpose vehicle, quote unquote.
Yeah.
500 plus miles of range, though, mind you, and
536 horsepower.
536 horsepower, which is pretty good in a minivan. Although it does weigh a lot.
Well,
You see that shit? Holy God. 6,200 pounds.
it's a lot of batteries.
Oh, my God. They call it Rolls-Royce like. I don't see it.
I do.
I don't.
I do.
It's a fucking mostly solid, fake chrome covered bullshit piece of plastic, more than likely. I see more of the Palisade / Telluride than Rolls-Royce. That's just me. They have 2 battery options. A 205-inch long EV. That's for your longer range. And then you have a that one. Okay, that one. Wait, what? Oh, okay, that's the small one actually. So you only get 436 miles range on that one. Bigger variant offers 140 kilowatt hours. The smaller one was 116, And this one will do 510 miles of range on a very controlled, very probably flat test cycle. So yeah, good luck getting 510 in the real world. Especially in China. Ugh. Too many people there.
They're on lockdown
Good.
again.
Good. Fuckers. It's very ugly. I don't like it. It's pretty much all the basic information that we need about this specific one. It's going to be 500,000 RMB. Don't know what that means. 73,700 at current exchange rates. So if you were able to get one here, that's how much you would have to pay for it in the lower trim level. Higher trim level is $86,800, which has a bigger battery and probably a little bit more
That's
luxury
not bad.
bullshit.
That's cheap.
That's not cheap.
That's not bad. It's not expensive either.
I'd rather have a Suburban.
I understand, but
I'd
still.
rather have a Suburban.
But for an EV, that's actually not bad for an SUV. It's really not.
I would take the Lyric for sure over this. And it's cheaper. Fully loaded, it's cheaper. And oh my God, does it look like a vehicle? This looks like a fucking... Oh my God, I don't even know. I'm at a loss for words. It's ugly as hell. I hate it.
Go back down. Go back up.
Okay, so the options are actually on par with a lot of what it's going to go up against. Let's see. It has 30 advanced driver assistance systems, 7 8-megapixel HD cameras, 4 2-megapixel 360-degree cameras, 12 short-range ultrasonic radars, and 1 long-range multimeter wave radar. So there's your semi-autonomous technology coming in. It has air ride with self-leveling, electromagnetic vibration damping, so you get a smooth as shit ride. 20-speaker Yamaha surround sound, awesome. Voice recognition and facial recognition.
Why do you need face recognition?
I don't have any idea. Let's see. Seats have a massaging function, front and rear. You get 6 individual seats wrapped in Napa full-grain leather. Let's see. Ceiling-mounted 15.6-inch screen, which is small considering what BMW has.
Well,
it's a luxury minivan with 2+2 executive configuration. So there you go. I can't.
Midsection and bench in the third row.
I fucking hate it.
And we didn't say you had to like it.
Screw you, China. You suck. I know you didn't say you liked it, but you're arguing that it looks like a Rolls, and I don't think so.
It does.
All right. You pull up a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, and you split screen it with this, and send it to me. I guarantee they don't look similar.
They're boxy front end. They're boxy. It's a boxy issue.
That doesn't make it look like a Rolls, though. It's just boxy.
The front end was boxy like the Rolls.
No. It could be a Scion XB. It could be a Nissan Cube. It could be a what the fuck other small bullshit square vehicles where the Ford Flex,
Cube, the Honda XB, Ford Flex.
Yeah, all them fucking things. Those could be Rolls Royces at that point if they're just going off boxy. Come on, man.
I said the grill gave me Rolls Royce, and I said the headlights gave me Telluride.
I agree with the Telluride. I don't agree with the grill. All right, moving along.
I just want to smack you sometimes.
Well, you're not here to do it.
You're right, I'm not. Tomorrow, you have a slap coming.
Bring it on, sir. All right. So, 2024 Nissan GTR.
Okay.
Last year.
All right. So, you remember when the GTR first came back, correct?
Yes.
Okay. You remember exactly what that car looked like, right?
Yes. It looks exactly the same now as it does then.
Okay. So, we're going to look at the new one and see if you can determine differences. Because this is new, according to Nissan. I know Hunter works for Nissan, but I don't care. All right, 2022 or 2024 Nissan GTR. Okay, that's the profile. Does anything look different to you?
No.
The only thing that looks different to me is this thing on the fender.
And the door looks a little bit shorter.
Possibly. All right, so here's the back.
Looks the same.
It's the exact same. And here's the front.
Exact same.
Pretty much the exact same. The grill's touch different, but it's pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's new about this car? Literally, the only thing I could see is the grill. And these fender thingies, little vents on the fender. That's it. Headlights might be a little bit different. The design, overall shape is the same, but the design might be a little bit different.
Yeah.
Show me more of the rear. Literally the same. Maybe the fascia's a bit different.
Yeah. Faces are a little bit different.
But it's not a drastic change.
That's the Nismo, though, so.
It's not a drastic change, though.
No. The taillights look a little different. The headlights are, interior of the headlight design is different.
Yes, that's what I was getting at. The LED thing that goes through the headlight, that's definitely different. But, I mean, come on.
They haven't changed much of it.
It's the exact same car, minus very, 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 very subtle updates.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are you kidding me?
Mm.
So you're gonna redesign it. It's overdue any fucking way.
Yeah, it was the last year for it, so I'm not going to redesign it.
Well, never mind then. I don't know. I like the GTR and I don't like the GTR.
I like the R34. That was the best one they did, by far.
The 34, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe the 33. 33 was good too, but 34 was the best.
Yeah, I would take a 33, but yeah, 34 definitely the most desirable, the best looking. Obviously, this car performs better, but it has all the technology and driver nannies and all that other bullshit. R34 performed well without all that nonsense on it, and it looked better.
It's good.
But yeah, there's your 2024 Godzilla wannabe.
Kick rocks.
I don't know. I mean, it's fine, but I've had my fill of the GTR, especially in this form.
Yeah.
If you want the car to keep existing, evolve the fucking thing. Bring out an R36 and make that motherfucker badass before you sell out and go electric, because it's gonna happen.
Because that's what the next one's gonna be.
How long has the Leaf been around? Fucking forever. Well, not forever, but multiple years, double digits for sure. So yeah, I mean, Nissan's definitely gonna sell out. But I don't know. I mean, the GTR, in this iteration, the R35, which most Skyline owners won't accept this as a Skyline, which I think is hilarious. But just, I don't know. I mean, it's been a fine car. It's, like I said, it performs really, really well. It's not an overpriced LFA, which this car destroyed the LFA, by the way.
Jesus.
Anyway, we're not talking about the LFA.
I'm not talking about that right now.
Oh, but I could. Anyway.
I'll get off of it.
I know you're a Lexus fan. I know.
I am a Lexus fan, but you're right. This did outperform it, hands down.
Well, I'm not going to get into it, but the LFA could have been much better.
Yeah, well.
It could have been Toyota's. It could have been what Toyota wanted it to be, but they took too long developing the car. And not to mention, it was just too fucking expensive.
Well, it was a limited run of only 500.
Still too expensive. They made 300 Ferrari Enzos and
Mm-hmm.
sold them at 660,000. They made 500 LFAs and didn't sell them for I don't know, 450. And the Enzo was an icon. Every single fucking person on the planet that could afford it wanted it, but they only made 300, so only 300 got it. So shit out of luck. Anyway, just a little perspective for you. Okay. Anyway, McLaren has a new car coming.
Oh, yay.
Did you know that?
No.
Well, I didn't
I'm
either
not that enthused.
until I found the article. It's going to be called the Sabre, which is an interesting name. Here it comes. There.
That's hideous.
Oh, you've seen it?
I'm looking at it.
Oh, okay. Damn it, you're cheating. Stop cheating. I'm in control here, damn it. I'm going to start sending this shit to somebody else. Keep looking.
I only look at it the day of, right? As we're talking about it, I pull up the article.
All right, as I'm talking, that's fine.
Yeah. It's the only time I look at it. I'm like, oh, he sent me something else. Like, your name pops, I'm like, oh, he sent me something for a podcast. Oh, he sent me something for a podcast. Yeah. I don't read them beforehand.
All right.
Occasionally I do, but not really.
Well, this is, they say it's loosely based on the Senna.
Okay.
Apparently, it uses 70% new parts. I mean, I can definitely see some Senna. That rear end for sure.
In fact, the rear end is hideous.
Well, no, I'm just saying the rear end
That's
is
hideous. That angle's hideous.
But that's where the Senna part comes from. Like that's Senna for sure. That's McLaren
I
Senna.
don't like it.
100%. I don't know. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. The front's a little weird. These like weird overhang. It looks like a maxi pad. Fucking score. They have wings, bitch. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
Looks like
824 horsepower?
That sounds right. 824. Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
This article blows. It's just
My article. Well, I'm actually reading the actual.
Oh,
article.
wait.
There you go.
Yeah. 824 horsepower. Yeah. Just flipping through some pictures here. I definitely see where they're getting McLaren Senna from. The front end looks nothing like they've done before. Maybe a touch. But yeah, that's all McLaren Senna. I don't know. I don't hate it. The front end's just weird.
At 218 miles per hour.
How fast?
218.
A new station alert has arrived.
It's definitely the fastest car they've ever made. I don't know. If it weren't,
two-seater they've ever made. It is the fastest two-seater they've ever made. And
if it weren't
overall
for
bragging rights, still go to the 3-seat F1.
If it weren't for these weird fenders, I think the car would be fine.
Yeah.
And if those are aerodynamically functional, I understand why they're there, but aesthetically, it looks terrible.
Yes.
That rear end is not ugly. I fucking
hideous.
love that.
Well,
Are you kidding me right now? That's sick.
Your previous choices in life of your cars and depicts
Hey,
that
man.
understatement.
I got good taste. Look at that interior. That's fucking awesome.
Okay.
That shit looks good. Oh, seats look nice. They look very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And why
I thought the driver's
is
got a
there?
orange and the passenger's got a black one. I like that.
Why is there a crown on the headrest?
I don't know. It's be the crown jewel.
I don't know. A saber is a sword, isn't it?
Yes.
That doesn't make sense why there's crowns.
It's the king of McLaren.
But it's really not.
See? Saber is on the dash.
I like all the carbon fiber.
Just
That
there's
looks
your
good.
saber. I like that. I like the engine bay. That's pretty.
Yeah, that looks good. Nicely designed. Yeah, I think if it weren't for those weird fenders, the car would look phenomenal, really.
It's a
But
wide body. I like that.
I don't know. That front end's weird.
The back end's weird.
I like the back.
I don't like any of it.
You don't like any of it.
No, it's not.
Right. Well, you guys heard it. George doesn't like the new McLaren.
Nope, I don't like that.
I like things that don't like things. So I'm kind of up in the air.
Yeah.
I'd rather have what we're about to talk about.
Are you about to talk about what I think I'm about to talk about?
What we're about to talk about is going to be a direct competitor to a McLaren at some point.
No, it's not. Oh wait, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they compared it to an Acura NSX, but I didn't look at that. I didn't look at that article because this car's gonna eat the fucking Acura. It's gonna eat its lunch. And in celebration of it being around for 70 years, we're gonna talk about the new Vet.
Okay,
In specific,
I love it.
the 2024 Corvette E-Ray.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about that name too, by the way,
Yeah, we are.
because I got some gripes about it.
I'm sure you do.
Really, really, really do. All right, I pulled up two articles. I don't know which one has better pictures, so we might look at both. But we're going to start with this one really, really quickly. We're going to look at some photos so you guys can see what we're talking about. That's it. Okay, this is a 2024 Corvette E-Ray, and
Pretty.
it is very, very good.
Party.
Yeah, it looks very good. Almost no changes to the body itself, other than color. They color match the black V thing, right
It
around
looks
the
a
door.
little wider in the back end.
It might be because it's a hybrid. I don't know for sure, but yes, this is the 2024 E-Ray, and for those of you that don't know, yes, this is the first ever Corvette hybrid. It is not electric, which is why I don't understand why it's called the E-Ray. If you're going to make it a hybrid, although it sounds stupid,
Just like they put the Silverado with it, blue E for electric because it's hybrid. Just like on the Denali, they put it E, blue for hybrid.
Why my argument against E-Ray for a hybrid is because because they're coming out with a fully electric Corvette after this. That should be the E-Ray. Electric E-Ray. Hybrid doesn't start with an E. It starts with an H. And H-Ray sounds stupid. I understand that. Come up with a different fucking name.
I like the name E-Ray for the hybrid.
I do too, but not for the hybrid.
I like it for the hybrid. The Corvette, the electric Corvette's going to probably call it Corvette with a blue E at the end of it.
That just doesn't make sense. You could come up with a different name for the hybrid. Call it the fucking... Oh, Jesus. I'm not that creative. I don't know. But I don't know. Just... For me, if I'm thinking E-Ray, I think electric. And a hybrid's not electric. It's a hybrid. It's both. And that's what this is. It has the 6.2 out of the regular Corvette, powering the rear wheels, obviously, and then it has an electric motor that powers the front.
How much horsepower total does this thing have? I don't know the article yet.
This car makes 655 horsepower.
Okay, that's not
all
bad.
Combined. But it's full-time all-wheel drive between gas and electric. First ever all-wheel drive Corvette. So we're making fucking strides here, people. First time it's a hybrid. First time it's all-wheel drive. And on top of all that, it's the fastest Corvette ever made. Ever. Because it makes 655 horsepower. Apparently it goes, they're claiming a 0 to 60 in 2.5, quarter mile in 10.5. And both of those are quicker than the latest Z06, which has more power. But the hybrid's all-wheel drive, so there's your advantage. Let's see. Starts at 104.3 for the coupe and 111.3 for the convertible. Obviously, you can spec it to probably way, way, way higher. Let's see. EV. Oh my God. Not getting a lot of power from the electric motor, or
It's not gonna.
Huh?
It's not gonna. The electric motor is primarily to keep traction on the road in adverse conditions.
No, I mean I get that, and it does add a little bit of power, but I figured it might be a little bit more than that. 1.9 kilowatt hour battery, and the electric motor obviously powers the front or moves the front.
So it gives it 160 extra horses.
160 and 125 foot-pounds. Yeah.
That's
Actually, I guess that's not too bad.
small.
Such a small battery and electric motor. Okay. I concede.
Yeah, I like that. I like everything about this car. I wouldn't mind having one, but I'm broke as a joke right now, so can't get one.
Yeah, I mean, a hybrid Corvette. It's gonna take a lot for people to wrap their head around it, especially the purists who very like vocally complained, like bitched and moaned and cried when they went mid-engine.
Yeah.
Although it turned out it's better. Idiots. I mean, the C8, the normal C8 speaks for itself. Moving the motor to right behind the driver completely changed the architecture and the design of the vehicle, but it made a better vehicle. And again, I understand, the Corvette started out front engine, rear drive, big V8, 2 seats. They stayed true to that for a very, very long time. But in, 2019, they reached the ultimate limit of front engine rear drive when it comes to being really, really, really like powerful and fast. They've reached the limit. There's no traction control system that can keep up with 800 horsepower. There's just not.
True.
Even in the Demon, you have to have specially fit, like purpose built tires just to be able to put that 800 horsepower to the ground. And even at that point, you're still not putting it to the ground efficiently. There's too much power, especially with that boat anchor in the front. But you put it right behind the driver, right in front of that rear axle. Hey, guess what? That's going to work pretty friggin' well.
Yeah.
And this new hybrid from Chevrolet, although I'm not even really thrilled about it being a Corvette.
Yeah.
That they proved it because this thing's all-wheel drive. It's less powerful than the Z06, but guess what? It's faster than it because it's all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive cars have that advantage, whether it be a luxury sedan, an off-road vehicle, or a sports car. All-wheel drive has that advantage. And screw you people that talk about, you only have all-wheel drive because you don't really know how to drive. Fuck you in that argument. Anyway, short tangent, ramble, whatever. We're going to look at this other article about it, see if they have any better pictures. Hold on. Bear with me. I'm working. Okay.
Oh, that's
There's
sick.
a little action shot there. That looks really good.
Mhm.
That looks really, really good.
It really, really does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just, and normally I would never say this, but I want those little black things behind the door. I want
Yeah.
those back. I don't want those body color. It breaks it up very, very nicely.
Yeah.
There can be too much of one color, and those little black accents just it breaks it up that much better.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh yeah. Ah,
Gives me Camaro taillights though.
I mean, maybe a little. I just wish that they would have stayed from base model all the way up to that center quad exhaust.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that they moved it back to the corners for the base model. I don't know. It's just I'm
Base model,
so,
3 corners, top tier, center quad. I can see that. I like that.
I mean, I think
It
that's
just
what they're
says, hey,
thinking.
I spent a crap ton of money because I can.
I don't know. I just like the look better center exhaust, but whatever. It's fine. All right. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, the base motor's 495 horsepower, 470, just like the regular. 8-speed dual clutch, just like the regular.
Yeah.
And then you throw that front axle in there with the electric motor, you get the extra power, you get the extra grip, for sure. Totaling 655 horsepower.
Yeah.
Not quite at the Z06's 670, but I mean, it's not far off.
Yeah, it's not far off.
Not far off at all. Now let's see what it weighs. I want to know what this thing weighs because apparently there's a pretty hefty weight penalty going to electric and all-wheel drive, but I don't know if it says here. It should if it's that significant.
Wait, how many pounds for the torque does it have? Go back up.
Huh?
Go back up.
Oh, I see 1,020.
Yeah. It's a lot of torque.
Holy crap. Wait a minute. That's just at the front wheels. Okay. Heart of the E-Ray is the compact 80-pound electric motor driving the front axle. This motor, which is not shared with any other GM vehicle, is active at speeds from 0 to 150 miles an hour. It's rated at 125 foot-pounds of torque, which is routed through an 8.16 to 1 final drive ratio, meaning the E-Ray puts out a maximum of 1,020 foot-pounds of torque at the front wheels. Holy shit. And that's just at the front wheels.
Yeah.
But why? It completely overpowers the rear end. That's like
If it pulls it out and say if you lose traction on rear wheels, you have enough torque in the front to pull the car out.
it's like 2.5 times the torque of the rear.
I can see that. For
That's crazy as
all-wheel
fuck.
drive system, I can see that. Your front wheels will be your backup to pulling you out versus your back wheels losing grip.
That's
Gonna
crazy.
push you out.
What? The battery only weighs, or it weighs just over 100 pounds. That's a conventional car battery. Weight-wise, obviously it's not shaped the same way, but I wouldn't mind seeing this battery pack they're putting in this car.
I wouldn't either.
Because in the Lyric, it literally takes up the entire floor of the vehicle. Underneath, obviously. But it's the entire floor. And it weighs a lot. Like 1,500 pounds. For this thing to only weigh 100 pounds, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Here we go. Dry weight, 3,774 pounds for the coupe. And roughly 80 pounds more for the convertible, which is nothing. But that's actually not a lot heavier than the regular C8. So I don't know. That article I
Get the weight
saw.
down. It's awesome.
Huh?
They kept the weight down. They kept
Yeah.
her a skinny girl. They didn't make her a fat girl. They kept her a skinny girl.
Yeah. But that one article I found made it sound like it was like 1,000 pounds heavier.
No.
It says the E-Ray weighs about 300 pounds more than a regular C8. That's nothing.
No.
That's nothing, especially when you add in the fact that it's an electric front end making it all-wheel drive, but that's instantaneous torque. You always have that torque. Always. So that's why the E-Ray is faster than the standard Z06. I guarantee you that's why. Even though it's a little bit heavier and less powerful, it's got that all-wheel drive and instant torque. Instant. That's one of the advantages of the electric shit. It's always there. It's always, always, always there. Unless you kill it, obviously. Then it's just not. Then nothing's there. Let's see. Standard carbon ceramic brakes. Measuring, blah, 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 blah. That doesn't matter. These are useless specifications now.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's it's the first step to the dark side.
The dark side.
Becoming a hybrid.
Yeah, well, I can take every car being a hybrid. I just can't take every car being an EV, an electric vehicle. I just can't. We're not there yet.
I mean, obviously, I would take a hybrid over an electric vehicle any day of the week, just like you.
Yeah.
But if I had my choice,
I want a gas.
I want that I want that damn Z06.
I want that rumble. I want that combustion. I want
real exhaust.
I want the earth-shattering exhaust. I want you to hear me coming down the road. I want you to damn near, if you're laying on the ground sunning yourself, I want you to feel me coming.
Absolutely. And I don't want any of this fake fucking synthesized bullshit electronic exhaust. I want metal and gases flowing through the shit and just upsetting the neighbors.
Yes.
That's what I want.
Exactly.
I don't want this EV bullshit. But the hybrid's fine.
Yeah.
It's definitely gonna be more practical if you don't drive like a douchebag all the time. And when you do need it, it's more than gonna be there. And it really does look good. They changed the front fascia a little there in the center. Obviously, all the body colored bullshit that used to be black. So I mean, you're probably going to be able to, distinguish these things from a normal one. Obviously, it's going to have the emblem on the back there. Where do we see that? Where did we see it?
It was.
That was the other one.
Yeah.
That was the other article. I forgot. I looked at two, but on the back bumper it says E-Ray on this side over here somewhere. That's cheating. You can't read it. You have to know what you're looking at. But yeah, happy 70th birthday there, Corvette.
Yeah. My mom was born the same year the Corvette was.
1953. Hell yeah. It's awesome. Corvette's the shit. All right, so the last new car we're going to look at hails from the UK. One of my favorite automakers ever. So if any of you have listened to many of these episodes, you might know.
Aston Martin.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Aston fucking Martin.
And that
this is going
7.7.
No, it's the DB11, but it's the
DB11.
Ultimate. Yeah, it's the DB11 Ultimate. And this is going to be their kind of like last hurrah before they go EV.
Oh god, that's so sad. Ooh, that's actually a very small V12.
I don't have any details, so elaborate.
It's a 5.2 liter V12, put out 770 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds. Top speed is 211 miles per hour. and a limited production run of $499.
Yeah, that last one makes sense. The motor actually isn't small. I think that's the typical size for their
Compared to a
V12.
6.0 or a 6.0 liter V12, it's
Well, I
kind of.
mean, Ferrari uses smaller V12s too. I mean, it's not out of the ordinary.
I didn't say it was out of the ordinary. It says it's a small V12. It's just I would not expect Aston to use that liter of a V12.
No, whatever. It's fine.
It works though.
Yeah,
12.
it's fine. Car looks amazing.
Yes, it does. She is sexy as hell.
The wheels aren't my favorite.
What?
They're not my favorite.
You're crazy.
I don't know.
You're
I
absolutely
don't,
insane. That's okay.
I've never really cared for like the honeycomb style wheel. I just never cared for it.
Crap. Just smack yourself. Just smack yourself.
No, I'm not gonna do that. Not gonna give you the satisfaction, sir.
You should give me the satisfaction.
Yeah. All right, come on, give me. All right, the back end there. It's pretty. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. I've seen worse. Today. There's your interior, basic DBS.
Basic. It hadn't changed in years.
Yeah, it's pretty much your basic Aston
I
Martin.
wish they did. I wish they'd give that a full digital display.
Get rid of what?
I wish you give it a full digital display. Right
That's
here
still-
in front of the steering wheel. In front of the steering wheel.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, this would be a really nice interior, like 15.
It's got a
years
CDs
ago.
player slot. Seriously?
This car would be this would be good like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Not
Who
now.
has a CD player?
My car has a CD player, but it's older than this. Never mind. That's a moot valid. That's a moot point. Never mind.
Right.
Yeah, not the best pictures, but
Those
the
are
car.
great pictures.
The car is insanely incredible.
Yeah.
And how much? What was the specs you said?
It's got a 5.2 liter V12. It's got top speed of 211 miles per hour. It's got 770 horsepower
770. Okay.
and 4-seater. Surprisingly,
That's a 2+2.
Yeah.
That looks like a straight. I mean, okay, that's a good GT car then.
I mean, it's kind of like the Mercedes backseat. It's the backseat, but it's not a backseat.
Well, yeah, I mean there are seats back there, but it's not functional for sure.
And a limited run of $499.
And does it have a price?
The price,
But that's between 3 and 4, I guarantee.
it's not giving me a price.
No price. Go figure. The one time I want another price. Bastards.
I say a good
Yeah.
3 to 4 mil.
I mean, if it's more than 3 to 4, they're out of their minds. But this being such a limited run, and it being the last gasoline-powered Aston Martin, I don't know, you might be able to get between 6 and 7. Never know.
Yeah.
Definitely the most powerful Aston Martin ever made. Well, behind the
Hold on a
Valkyrie.
second.
Behind the Valkyrie.
Oh, he wait. I'll call him later.
No, the Valkyrie's more powerful than that.
Yeah.
But I still dig it. It's an Aston Martin DBS. Like,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'd take that shit in a heartbeat.
Definitely. Definitely.
Any color you presented it, I'd take it. Don't even care.
Except for white. I don't do white.
No, I'd take it in white.
No.
I would.
You know what? Fine. I'll take it in white.
Exactly. Peer pressure.
You don't know me like that. Don't say like you know me like that.
Peer pressure works.
Just a little bit.
And only in certain times.
And only in certain times.
Yeah. All right. So I got that's all the new cars I got. That's all the new ones I got.
That's all I got too. Really haven't had a chance to like really look.
No. You're good, dude. I'm constantly looking, trying to find stuff, and just to kind of alleviate anything from you guys that come on. So I'm supposed to be the one doing the work.
We really haven't talked about the Ferrari SUV that much. We touched on it last week, but we really didn't go in depth into it.
Well, yeah, it was part of that masculine
Yeah.
SUV list, whatever the fuck.
It looks like a chick car to me, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like a girl car.
The SUV?
Yeah. Most SUVs look like they're designed and geared towards women.
I don't know, man. I really like the way it looks. I like the fact that it has the rear suicide doors. I mean, just the overall shape is good.
Yeah.
The interior's where it's at, though. For me,
Yeah.
the interior's where it's at. I'm glad they put they use the V12 under the hood, right?
I don't remember.
I think it has a V12. I could be wrong. I want it to be a V12. I could be wrong though. But no, what I was gonna say is I don't remember what I was gonna say. I don't remember what I was gonna say, like at all.
It's got 715 horsepower and it's 193 top speed, and it's gonna cost you roughly around $390,000.
Yeah, but how much? What is it? A V12?
I'm not saying.
Then go to a different website. Nope.
Start with me. Don't juice.
You ain't gonna do shit.
It's got a V12.
That's what I thought. All right, cool. All right, I got 2 lists for you, Georgie boy.
Okay.
I got 10 vintage motorcycle ads
No.
that will make you want to buy a bike right now.
Nope.
I got the 10 most reliable U.S. cars ever made.
Okay. God, I can only imagine what's on that list.
You have to pick?
I'm picking the cars. Screw a bike. 4 wheels or no wheels.
All right. I just tried to find more funny ads because we did that ad with the for the like vintage like car accessory ads.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was the funniest thing ever.
I'm just not a bike person.
It was fucking ridiculous. No. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. All right, here we go. 10 most reliable U.S. cars ever made.
I saw this and I laughed. I didn't look through it, but I laughed.
There's only 10.
Yeah, I know, but I laughed. The Jeep Cherokee, really? The most reliable.
You couldn't do the top 15. Oh yeah, the cover photo is a joke.
The cover photo
Cherokee's a
cracks me
piece
up.
of shit.
You know what's funny? My mom had that. My mom had a gray one. And she had an 89 Cherokee. And then Dad went and got a 92 Cherokee Limited. It was black and gold. And I loved that Jeep. God, did I love that Jeep. I thought I was the shit.
Only Jeep from that era I like is the Cherokee Sport.
I like the Limited. The Limited was great. It was luxury, had leather, had sunroof. It was fantastic. It was fabulous.
I like the Sport. I like the Sport one. It's the same body style, obviously. But
yeah, exactly the same body style, but I like luxury. So it worked for me.
I know it. And that's fine. It's totally fine. You like what you like, my friend.
All
right. Number 10.
Hit me with it. Yes. Love that car. I love that Ford Taurus. I don't know why, but I love that Ford Taurus. But I loved it better in a wagon.
I don't think they did the.
They didn't do a show in a wagon, but I like the Ford Taurus in a wagon.
Right. Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm. God. Talk about your blast from the past and bringing back some flashback memories. Oh my goodness.
I mean, I know we're talking about reliability.
It had a V8, didn't it?
The early ones, no. I think these had a little bit more like fancied up V6s. But the body style after this had a V8 front wheel drive. And then the most current ones went back to the EcoBoost V6.
Do you remember the movie Santa Claus with Tim Allen?
Yeah.
He drove one of those in the movie.
I don't remember that.
He did.
It makes sense. I mean, he's a Detroit guy. Yeah, he likes all the. Yeah. He Back in the day, he had a mid-90s Impala that he fucking just destroyed under the hood. 800 horsepower or whatever. He's a legit car dude.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
All right, number 9.
I'd love to get him on this bitch,
Right,
but it won't never happen. I know.
we gotta pay him for that.
Probably yes, probably. And I'm not in any
Not
position
there
to pay.
yet. Bob, not there
Not in
yet.
any position to pay any celebrities to be on this thing. I
Not
had
there
one.
yet.
I had one ultra cool fucking professional race car driver on here, and he was cool enough to do it for absolutely nothing, and went above and beyond that. So
Yes,
he's the guy you see behind me, by the way.
that's right. Number 9.
My friend Andy Pilgrim, shout out.
Yes,
Yeah, I'm dropping. I'm name dropping. I
that's
don't care.
correct.
I don't care. All right, number 9. Buick Century.
Okay,
There's you a wagon.
it is a wagon.
How about that?
It's a wagon.
It is a wagon.
It's a wagon. I can really say it's a wagon.
Front end's pretty terrible.
Front end's horrible.
Those wheels are terrible.
The New Mexico flag, the New Mexico state flag on the front
Oh, my
license
goodness.
plate.
Yikes.
Oh my god, I'm so done.
Okay, but we're talking about reliability.
Dude, where is this car sitting right now? Where is it sitting? It's at a prison.
Oh, but I see razor wire. Yep.
It's
could
at
be.
a prison. The
Could
next
be
picture completely confirms it. Go down to the next picture.
Could be.
Bam,
There's the
you're at a
rears.
prison.
Rear,
You're at a
same car.
prison. Yep, you're at a
Yep.
prison.
Holy shit. Why would they use this kind of photo? That's
I
funny.
don't know.
That's hilarious. Wow.
I did like the fact that the brake lights, turn signals at the very bottom bumper.
Yes.
No lights on the actual body of the vehicle.
Yeah, I like that look too. It looks clean.
So it gives you a
Clean thing.
wider entrance to the back.
Yeah, I like that. It looks good.
I like that.
Good eye there, sir. I like that. Yeah. Let's see. Been around for years, still going strong because they have been built to last. Well, these ones maybe.
Yeah, those.
That Buick Century I called the dealership on, that wasn't built to last. And it sure ain't worth $18,000. Assholes.
It lasted. It was still in mint condition.
Yeah. I get that.
It
But it wasn't
Wow. GMC Canyon, really?
the early Canyons too.
Now they should make that was that a Typhoon or just a Cyclone? They should make that a Cyclone. Would you drive that if that was a Cyclone?
Is that a real question?
No, I'm blowing smoke out of my ass. Yes, it's a real question.
Yes, absolutely. Because the early Colorado and Canyon, they weren't as compact as the S10, but they were still compact trucks. They weren't mid-size.
Everything got bigger. Everything got bigger over the years.
Well, yes, but also
So that's
standards
still-
got bigger too.
Yeah. That's a compact truck.
This is still a compact truck, and yes, absolutely, this should have been made into a Cyclone. This exact body style, just an extended cab. You don't need a fucking crew cab. Make it
Or reg cab. Extended or reg.
I mean, yeah. You can even do both, but all-wheel drive it. Back in this day, you could do a Z06 engine easy under one of these. The Z06 in 0506, that's a small block 427. It made 505. Perfect engine. And, you might have to tweak the transmission a little bit to make it all-wheel drive, but screw that. Who cares? You have a performance truck that will beat the shit out of anything even similar to it right now.
True.
It's a very, very simple conversion. Very simple. Like, where did your balls go after the 80s when it came to obscure performance vehicles? Because obviously you kept the Camaro, the Firebird, the Corvette, obviously. You kept all those going, but those are the obvious ones. We're talking about obscure, sporty vehicles: the Typhoon, the Cyclone, the Grand National, the GNX.
Well,
The Fiero could have been something had you put some balls underneath the fucking
yeah,
the rear end.
yeah, I agree with that.
It really
But,
could
I
have.
mean, I can see with the GTX. I don't know if they Buick. The youth that at that time was not ready for that. They could barely handle the GTO. I don't think
You're
they're
talking
ready.
about you're talking about the Grand National and the
Yeah.
GNX.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know that I don't necessarily believe
They-
that because
Our generation wasn't ready for that. I hate to say
I
that. They really
don't
weren't.
necessarily believe that because okay, you have 20 years earlier,
Yes.
20 years just 20 years earlier, you have these guys that have Camaros, Chevelles, Malibus, Mustangs, Challengers, Chargers. You have all these guys that know muscle cars.
Yes.
So
I'm not
fast.
saying they didn't.
No.
But
I know
that
exactly what you're
older
saying.
generation loved.
I know
all about
what you.
muscle.
I
Ours
know
was
what you're
not.
saying. I know exactly what you're saying. But what happened translates to now. You have these guys in the 70s, like late 60s, early 70s, all that shit I just named off.
Mhm.
Fast forward 20 years to
Yeah.
89, Buick Grand National, Buick GNX. Who's going to be able to afford those? The guys back in the 60s that had the Camaros, the Chevelles, all that bullshit. It made perfect sense. It made absolute perfect sense. And
I
I'll
don't think
tell
it
you,
did.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why. That generation back in the late 60s went through the 70s.
Yes.
That's why the Grand National and the GNX, that's why they worked. That's exactly why it worked. You had essentially a Chevrolet, a Chevy Malibu, a Chevy Monte Carlo.
Yeah.
You made a Buick Regal out of the exact same car. Or no, yeah, Monte Carlo. You made a Buick.
What'd you get?
You take the Chevy Monte Carlo,
First.
you put a Buick emblem on it, change the engine a little bit, turbocharged 3.6, and you put, some specific tires, and you just paint that bitch black. You got a completely new vehicle, and you have a muscle car for the 80s. That's exactly how they labeled it. That's how they marketed it, and that's how it sold. You had these assholes from the late 60s. You fast forward 20 years to 80, 88, 87, 88, 89, Buick Grand National, Buick GNX. That's exactly what those assholes wanted. That's what exactly what they wanted. Monte Carlo SS, Buick Grand National, exact same car, but different characteristics. Where the Monte Carlo had a V8, the Grand National had a turbo V6. On this side, looked much better. I love the Monte Carlo, but the Grand National was just sinister as fuck.
But they had those in the 80s.
I know that. That's exactly what I'm saying. You said that our generation wasn't ready for that.
Our generation, us now, kids our age weren't ready for that. When we were trying to drive, they weren't ready for.
That's what I'm saying.
GNX.
So the guys from the late 60s that actually lived through the muscle car era, and then we went into that void that was the 70s, which cars were garbage, and then finally toward the late 80s they started, growing their balls back and started making these special vehicles. That's what I'm saying. Those people back in the 60s, those were the people that bought the Grand National, the GNX, the very few other vehicles from that era that actually could have been considered a muscle car. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Our generation, no, absolutely not. But the generation prior, yeah, absolutely. They've been waiting 15 fucking years for a legitimate muscle car to come back. And they finally got it out of Buick of all fucking places. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, this definitely would have made the perfect fucking Cyclone. Absolutely. And it, like I said, it would have been very, very simple to recreate that truck. That's number 8. But also on the reliability side, Danny had a Colorado with a 5-cylinder, and mechanically it was fine, but Jesus Christ, was it cheap? It was such a poorly built vehicle. So I don't know how. I don't know. I guess mechanically, if they're going off of it, off of that, it's sound, but
I like the look of it.
It'll nickel and dime the shit out of you. I know that. But yeah, I mean, these sportier one. I don't know what trim level this is, but yeah, it definitely looks good. I agree with you. Although in this picture, it looks like an older F-150.
From that angle, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
It really does.
It really, really does. It screams Syndicab F-150.
Yep.
Standard bed.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. It's
a
a weird angle, but yeah.
It's a weird angle.
That's a Ford right there. It's not, but it is.
It's not. That's through and through. That's a Ford.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Number 8, because I can't look at that no more.
Number 7, Chevy Tahoe. Yeah, I know you're happy about that.
Yes, I am. Oh yeah, I'm happy about that. I love the Tahoe.
I know.
I love it. Drive one right now, as a matter of fact. Love it.
One of the most popular SUVs ever made, with over 1 million units sold since 1995. That's good, considering, SUVs are typically more expensive than cars. And back, 10, 20 years ago, SUVs weren't as popular. They weren't as needed. They were kind of a niche vehicle back then. Now, everyone fucking wants an SUV. So considering, good for you, fucking Chevy Tahoe. How many have you gone through, George?
On my 3rd.
You're on your 3rd.
Yep.
All right. I mean, I've driven Tahoes.
I love it. That's the body style I drive right now, and I love it. It's my second one of that body style. Love it.
I enjoyed this body style. I didn't like the interior, but I like the body style. Yeah.
Interior grew on me, but I like it. I had my first one had a navigation screen, and I absolutely loved it.
I like the Tahoe better than the Yukon.
Yes, by far. Yeah. Tahoe had a better, more aesthetically pleasing front end. The Yukon just looked weird with a big ass oval headlights.
The Yukon was too much grill.
It was not too much grill. It was a little bit of grill. That grill was tiny. It was too much headlight.
I have to look. I have to relook at it.
Yeah.
I might be thinking of the generation after.
Yeah.
Ford Crown Victoria is number 6.
Cop car.
It makes sense that it needs to be reliable.
It does make sense. It has been reliable for many, many years.
Makes perfect sense. It's reliable. It's practical. It's rear-wheel drive. It does have a V8. It's a way underpowered V8, but whatever. But yeah, I could see how the police would choose this thing if it was that reliable. Yeah, I could see that. It's not the worst looking vehicle I've ever seen,
it's not the worst.
It's a basic full-size sedan.
Yes. Or without a caddy, but that's just me.
There's your another color, different wheels. Yeah, it's a Crown Vic.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen it. Everyone fears it.
Yep. Well, not anymore. Not anymore. We don't fear it. We used to fear it because that's what cops used to drive. We used to fear it. Yes. Now we have fear Impalas and we fear Tauruses again.
Now, yeah. I mean, if they're not Explorers or Durangos, yeah.
Right.
Stupid
or Tahoes.
Shit. Yeah, Tahoes too. Those are typically unmarked though.
They drive the 5th gen as Tahoes now. They don't really use a lot of the 4th gen as I have.
Yeah,
they use a lot of the 5th. And
yeah, but they're
6th gen.
They're typically unmarked.
Yeah.
The Explorers and Durangos, you can spot them a mile away.
Yeah.
Number 5, the Chevy Impala SS.
Yes, I love it.
Hell yeah. That's what that's what Tim Allen had, and they
yeah
dumped a big block under the hood and whatever else. Yeah, this exact car.
That car is beautiful, and I
It's
would
a-
drive the shit out of it.
Oh my God, I would too. And I had the chance to buy one.
And why didn't you?
Well, I didn't. Well, all right. So it was when I still had the Cadillac.
Okay.
And I was thinking, just toying around with, getting rid of it. And then Nashville Speed Shop, which the owner of which I need to get on this podcast because I've talked to him who knows how many times. He's a cool dude. But anyway, he had one. And he's gone through a few of them, actually, since I've been keeping up with him.
Yeah.
But he had one. It was black, 95, I believe. Miles were very low considering. Interior was immaculate. Beautiful gray interior. Perfect. Paint, not so perfect. Which paint's paint. It's going to fade and crack and bubble, peel, whatever you want to call it. So I go up there and I drive it, and I don't really exactly know what I was expecting, but it didn't meet my expectations at all driving it. It felt big. I know it's a big car, but it felt big.
Yeah.
It felt like the brakes were spongy, and I didn't want to give it all my foot.
Yeah.
But I tried to accelerate as much as I could without overdoing it. But it was just it's a slow fucking car.
Yeah.
I understand, it has that era Corvette V8 under the hood, but they detuned it to 250 horsepower. And I think the torque was a little bit higher than that, but not much. But you're not dealing with a Corvette. You're dealing with a little bit more streamlined Caprice. Essentially, that's exactly what this car is.
Okay.
It's a much
I can see
sleeker. It's a much sleeker, kind of skinnier Caprice. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Because you could take a legit Caprice and make it look like an Impala, and the normal person wouldn't be able to.
It's the grill. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it just very minor modifications, and you can have this car, but on a Caprice body. But we're gonna comment here. Happy 3rd anniversary! Thank you, Facebook user. Still don't know who you are, but thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you being here. I don't know who you are. Facebook user. Anyway, this car's the shit.
Stalker.
Everybody I know that I've talked to about this car loves it.
Yeah.
How can't you? How can you not? Look at it. Fucking look at it.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's mid-90s beautiful.
It is.
And I don't care. It'll stand the test of time, in my opinion.
Yeah, it will. It will.
Because everybody likes vintage shit.
Yes.
And this, being a 1995 Impala, is almost an antique.
30 years old.
Almost an antique.
It is an antique.
95. No, it's not quite 30 years old.
25 is antique. 25 is antique.
No, 20 is vintage. 30 is antique.
25 is antique.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I would look up car ages, because pottery might be different. All right, number 4 is the 2000s and up Ford Mustang. Just blanket 2000 and up, every single one of them. Even your underpowered piece of shit V6 and your underpowered piece of shit 4.6. I doubt it. Because I've seen quite a few of these on the road broken down. Because that 4.6 was a piece of shit. And this early design, terrible. The V6s made what 200 horsepower.
25
Terrible.
to 45-year-old cars are considered antiques. The
All right,
Impala
we're both right.
No, you said okay, fine, whatever. I
You
said
said
25. I got it
25.
right. I got it right.
You said 25.
got
I
it.
said 30.
Yeah.
We're both right. Ass. Anyway, get back to this list. This ugly ass Mustang.
That nasty ass thing. What about it?
Piece of shit.
Yes.
They're not reliable at all.
They're
You ask any Ford.
Derby.
You ask any Ford technician, they'll beat the shit out of this car. Fuck this thing. It's ugly as hell, unreliable, underpowered. Fucking terrible car.
Unless you get a GT or a Cobra.
No, not even the GT. I think the GT back then made 320 horsepower. The Cobra, different story. Different story.
Or a Roush.
Or a Roush. The previous generation's Cobra R, that was a fucking legitimate vehicle. But this one, especially that one, which is the V6.
Fuck
Fuck you.
Inline 4?
Huh?
Inline 4 on that, right? Did everybody suck on the inline 4 or was it a V6?
I don't remember. That's how unimportant it is. Because this generation GT didn't even have the 5.0. It had the piece of shit 4.6.
Well, since 93, they all had 4.6s.
Yeah, that sounds right.
No, it was 92.
But yeah,
92.
they didn't go back to the fucking 5.0 till the generation after this.
Yeah.
Shame
It really
on
wasn't even
you.
a 5.0.
Shame on you, Ford.
It wasn't even really a 5.0.
No, they went back to the 5.0 initially. The GT350 uses a 5.4. And then the GT350R is supercharged, I think. I don't know. I don't fucking keep up with the Mustang because I don't like it. I know a few things, but not
Just a few.
not essentials. Like what engines and
We know
what.
it's garbage.
Pretty sure the GT does use the 5-liter currently, and then
Currently it does.
And then the GT500, no, the GT350 is a 5.4.
Yeah. Sounds right.
Obviously, the new GT500 is like, I think it's a supercharged 5.4, but it's like 800 horsepower.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Like, good on you, Ford, for giving people options. That's just too much. Yeah. It's too much for a pony car.
Yeah.
2 seats, or no. Front engine, rear drive, 4 seats, which is the blueprint for American muscle cars. That's why the Corvette was never a muscle car. But anyway, where the fucking hell was I going with that?
I don't know.
I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Number 3, Lincoln Town Car.
I love the town car.
I never really hated the town car. I like the Continental better.
I like the town car.
Well, the town car is it's a big executive 4-door.
Yeah. With itty bitty mirrors.
Giant sedan. That's what that is. I don't know. I prefer the Continental. Same luxury, but 2 doors. A little bit sleeker body style.
Nah, I like the sedan. I like the executiveness of it. Executive series, the signature series. Yeah, I like them.
I mean, it's they both exist on the same plane, but they're going in different directions. If that makes any sense. Because, like you said, this is the big executive sedan, and meant to either be stretched and carry a dignitary, or just for the upper class citizen. Where the Lincoln Continental is kind of along the same line, but a little bit edgier. because it's only 2 doors. Design was a little bit more, maybe not aggressive, but I don't know the word I'm looking for. It doesn't matter. Lincoln Town Car.
Yes, I like it.
Been around a long time, so I mean, it makes sense.
I don't think it's more reliable than the Tahoe. I don't think it's more reliable than the what was the other one? Keep going up.
The Impala,
Impala.
the Crown.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Crown Vic.
Yeah, Crown Vic.
I don't think it's more reliable than the Crown Vic.
It's not. I think it's more reliable. Keep going. Than the Show. I'd put the Show ahead of the Crown Vic. I put the Show ahead of the Mustang.
I don't know.
Because
Because all right.
Okay.
Let me pose this scenario. I guess maybe I don't know what the word is, but okay. So your typical Ford Taurus, basic to the bone.
Yeah.
You have the Taurus SHO or show. That's, the motor's been upgraded, because they did actually have a V6 for the Taurus, the upper levels before the SHO. But take it a step further, you have the SHO, and they've massaged it from, I think, Cosworth. Didn't they build the SHO engines?
I'm not sure. I think so, but I'm not for sure.
I think so too. So, okay. You take a basic bitch ass car, and literally the only thing you do to it is upgrade the body just a touch. You could tell front fascias, the side skirt, a little whatever in the back. But literally the only other thing that you do is you shove a Cosworth V6 under the hood. It's still front wheel drive. It's still probably drum brakes in the rear. It's still, just a basic ass car, but you shove a giant engine under the hood that wasn't meant to be there.
Yeah.
And then you put on top of that it's not a mass produced engine. So you would think that they would get it correct 100% of the time. Correct?
Correct.
But they don't. A lot of the times, these smaller manufacturers like Cosworth, or what are these engine builders that they outsource engines to? Yeah, they're good at what they do, but I mean, a lot of the time, they're not the most reliable engines. From what I've seen, anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, these mass producers, Ford, GM, Chrysler, all the big ones in Japan and in Germany, all them, their main focus is on quantity.
Yeah.
That's their main focus. Quality is very closely behind, but it should not be that way. It should be quality over quantity. But nothing nowadays is built to last, and it's on purpose.
Yeah.
We're getting off topic. Never mind.
Yes, we are. Go back to
Getting off topic. All right. So Impala, Mustang. All right. Crown or Lincoln Town Car. That's number 3.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is just a basic top 10. They just did no particular order, or if they're most reliable, the least reliable, or least to most. I don't have no clue. It doesn't matter. It's just the top 10. So that's number 3.
Number 2.
Such a basic ass bitch car, though. Oh my god.
I loved it. I loved it.
Now the body style after this wasn't terrible, because it was a little bit more modern. It was a little rounded.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it. I didn't hate this body style either, but I liked.
This one was more rounded than the previous generation.
Yes, I know. Yeah, I know. But I would have taken a Caprice over this any fucking day of the week. Any condition, any mileage, don't care. Caprice.
They compete with the Cadillac. I'm sorry, I go the Caddy over this, but
They didn't. They did have a. What the fucking hell was the? It was
they had a
the.
Brougham.
Yeah, the Brom. Yeah, that was their full size Cadillac in the mid
Yeah.
'90s. Go up against this, but
Yes.
I didn't really care for the Brom. I would have had.
We were smoking crack.
I would have rather have had either a Caprice or a Roadmaster.
Brom.
Because the Roadmaster's woody, and I like woody.
Fuck Woody.
Don't take that in the wrong way, you motherfuckers. Talking about cars. Number 2, Ford F-Series. I can see that.
I can see that.
I can see that. Built Ford tough, and
Ford's piece of shit.
I can see that.
Well, that body style they had a metal bed. They had a steel bed, not that aluminum bullshit they have now.
Oh no! Aluminum came way after this. Yeah. It was like maybe a generation or two ago, and those aluminum beds are garbage. Mm-hmm. Sorry, military grade aluminum doesn't exist. They don't use aluminum because it's lightweight and it's metal, but it's
too impressionable.
No. You watch the video of the dude taking a sledgehammer to a traditional steel bed Ford and an aluminum bed Ford, you'll see why. And it's expensive as shit to fix it. It's like 3 times as much to fix an aluminum panel than a steel panel. Make that make sense.
Right.
You can't, can you?
No.
Not you. No. Not you specifically. All right. There's your fucking Raptor bullshit.
Nah, fuck that. Aluminum bed.
Number 1. What do you think it is? Take a guess.
I'm going to say probably a Silverado.
Okay. I'm going to say... Let me scroll back up. How far back do we go here? It's mostly 90s, 2000s, maybe late 80s. You said Silverado?
Yeah.
I don't really even know how to guess. You know what? I'm gonna go against the Mustang. I'm gonna say Camaro. I know it's not gonna be it, but number 1. Oh my God! You've got to be shitting me. Hotcars.com. What? Where are you getting your fucking information from? These things are the most ridiculously unreliable things ever. The suspension system's a joke. The motor's a joke. Your build quality shit. The only thing that Jeeps have going for them is their all-wheel drive system.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. It was questionable back then.
I know. Like, what the? I don't agree with you, whoever you are that wrote this fucking article. Let me scroll. Richard Reynolds. I don't agree with you. Why do Jeeps have such shitty resale value if they're so reliable? Answer me that, Richard Reynolds. I almost called him Ryan. He's not Ryan Reynolds.
Wow.
I don't know. It's I don't agree with a lot of this list actually.
I don't either.
I mean, the Buick Century is a Buick Century.
Yeah.
That one makes sense.
Yeah.
This one.
I can see Volvo being on this list. I could see this American cars, right?
American, yes.
Oh, okay. So
this one makes a little bit of sense.
Like a pre-classic, I could see that on this list. I could see Cadillac on this list.
Well, it depends on the Cadillac for sure.
Yes.
But like this one makes sense as long as it has the
only Chrysler that's on the list is the Jeep.
yeah, and that's like one of the worst Chrysler products out there. They're capable, but
There was no minivans.
they're fragile as fuck. No minivans. We don't make minivans in this country. We suck at it. We've
Caravans
proven
been around for 40 years. 30
We've
years
proven
now.
it. Well, the Caravan pioneered the minivan. You know, they were the first one to bring a minivan to market. But I don't know where they went wrong because, again, they were the first ones to bring it to market, and then everyone else followed. But slow progression, the Japanese just took over that fucking market.
Oh yeah.
Like I don't understand
The
what
Sienna and the Honda
what
Odyssey
the fuck happened there.
and the Quest.
No, the Nissan Quest is a piece of shit.
Yeah, well, it's a minivan that's not from America, and it
You want to talk about minivans? We'll talk about, like you
the
said,
Sienna and the Honda Odyssey.
the Sierra, the Sienna, the Honda Odyssey. Mazda makes an okay minivan.
They stopped making minivans.
Well, they made an okay minivan.
Yeah.
The
They just
Nissan
couldn't
Quest.
compete with the Sienna.
The Quest is one of the ugliest things ever.
Yeah.
All right, we're done with that list. Just fuck that list. But yeah, I mean, no. SUVs suck, or not SUVs. Vans. The vans suck. Now, for sure.
Yeah.
Would it be a minivan, a city van, a cargo van? I don't even think they do conversion vans anymore, like the full size ones.
I think Ford's thinking about bringing it back.
I don't see why. There's just keep making SUVs. It's the exact same shit. You can do the exact same shit in an
Remember
SUV.
the Ford Explorer Centaurus?
What?
The Ford Explorer Centaurus.
I don't
Look
know
it up.
what you're talking about.
Look it up. Look up the 1997 Ford Explorer Centaurus.
Ford. Well, talk to the people.
Oh, wait.
All right.
I'm going to let you pull it up.
Ramble. Ford Explorer what?
Centaurus. Centaurus. Centaurus.
Oh, there it is. Oh, Lord. Well, but why? What are you gaining from this?
Show the world. Show the world. No,
All right. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm at a loss.
It's your conversion van and an SUV format.
That's exactly what they.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I have seen it, but I didn't know that was that name. Why?
Because people.
What are you
want
gaining from this?
SUVs. They don't want a van anymore. They want an SUV. Well,
No, but what are they gaining? Honestly, does the
you
thing
get
on the
a
roof,
small TV above the head. You get
does the thing on the roof go up?
no.
Then why is it?
It's
Why?
literally like a conversion van,
Why is it there?
but an SUV.
Why? I don't. Oh, okay. There's where all your bullshit electronics are.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
it's
conversion
speakers. Okay,
SUV format.
okay. It still sucks. I still hate it.
Hated it because
I
we're
don't.
living single.
I don't like it. I don't like you for showing me that.
Oh, yes, you do. You needed that in your life. You
Anyway.
did. You needed that.
All right. Anyway, like I said, first episode of the third year. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in,
Yeah.
whether you only listened or whether you've been on for the whole videos part. We've been doing this for 2 years, 2 full years. This is our start of the 3rd year.
Yes.
And like George said when I first told him, this shit's come a long way, and I just want to thank every single one of you that have ever even clicked on it, spent 5 minutes here, or have listened / seen every episode. Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you.
This is
We made it.
definitely not how I expected it to go.
So I have boys beating shit up in the bathroom.
No, I started as a goof, and it just kind of evolved.
Mm-hmm.
Merch store, I'm being told, will be open early February. Again, I don't know how accurate that is, but I'll keep everyone posted as much as I know.
Okay.
Anyway, good fucking episode to start the year.
I'm so sleepy.
Well, good thing we're done then.
Right? Been good. I get spurts of energy and I doze. I get spurts of energy and I doze. Yeah.
I'm sorry I bored you. I did not
No,
mean
you
to.
didn't bore me. I was just exhausted. I've just been up all fucking day long.
Well, that I get for sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, like I said, keep you posted on the merch store.
Comment. Let me know. Get some bigger sizes for people fat like me.
Well, with the store, everything should be offered in whatever sizes. So, I was limited on what I, could order. Bigger sizes costed, they cost a little bit more, and then, I don't know. I ordered what I thought I needed. So,
Oh, you did good. You did good. I'm just fat.
yeah, I've sold a few. I mean, nothing major. I haven't sold a single hat. It kind of bugs me, because I live in an area where everyone wears a hat, so I kind of figured hats would sell here. But oh well, it's fine. I don't. No hard feelings, people.
Wow, he's gonna listen to Star Trek. Oh boy.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it's good seeing you, brother. And
I'll see you tomorrow.
yo ass better be ready.
I'll be as strong as I can be.
Figuratively speaking, people.
I'll be strong as I can be because I'm pretty sure you're gonna put a hurting on me.
Chest day.
Yes, get rid of the man boobies.
Favorite day.
Favorite day. Chest and arms, my favorite days. Oh, and back. I love chest, back, and arms. Legs, not so much. But I got strong legs as it is, so I'm good.
That's every dude on the planet.
No, some dudes like to do legs. I just don't need any more bigger. I don't need any bigger legs than I already got. I just need to tone them.
They have mental problems.
I have a great booty, but I don't need.
We don't need to know that, sir.
But I don't need to make it any bigger.
Don't need to make.
Yeah, it's kind of flat.
Jesus Christ! Just be ready. Just be ready tomorrow around 4 o'clock.
I will be.
This is going to be a good workout.
Okay. All right.
All right, brother. Everybody, again, thank you for tuning in. And until next time,
Bye.
everybody have fun.